I have just discovered some of the frankly most disappointing news I've gotten in a long time. I'm actually kind of struggling to deal with it. A few weeks ago, I was feeling I was feeling like crap.
Feel like
So being bedridden, I did what anyone would do and decided that I needed a comfort movie. That comfort movie being Dumb and Dumber 2, which, of course, as everyone knows, is objectively better than the first one. However, it was upon searching Dumb and Dumber 2 on Netflix that I discovered it had been removed, and I was left only with the first, more mediocre, and less funny installment of the Dumb and Dumber series.
this is terrible news.
Netflix has been a big deal and successful for years now, and now so many distribution companies and movie studios are hopping on the streaming framework and the streaming market. So it's kind of phased out DVDs. But really, when you think about it, DVDs are the best way to consume at-home video. And I'm gonna make my case for it. Alright, I'm gonna do this fast. The first reason that DVDs are just superior to streaming movies is because all the information that you need to watch the movies on the DVD. Whereas if you were to stream the film, you have to select the film. Netflix then has to see that you selected it, go to its servers, pull the film, then send it back to you in all these weird little bits of bite-sized data. But it's all getting sent to your device randomly. That's why, when things get slow, Netflix, as you're watching, is trying to sort out all the information, and then when it can't, it starts to buffer, and it looks like you're watching 6 pixels, and it's terrible. DVDs don't have that problem, because all the information's already there. It doesn't have to travel anywhere. It's just being read. Also, for some reason, right now, streaming platforms feel the need to make you watch ads even though you've paid for their services. Which, whatever, there are different plans, I get it. DVDs, there are no ads in the middle of the movie, because who wants to be watching a movie and get taken out of the moment because you get interrupted by a Colgate commercial? That's terrible. Do you want that? I don't want that. And then, arguably, the most important point is that you own the movie when you own a DVD. You don't have to worry about it. The DVD doesn't disappear. You have it, it's yours. But on Netflix or on any of those other streaming sites, they do just disappear. They'll pull them off and you're paying and now you don't have it anymore. That kind of sucks. So if you want to make sure you have the movie, go buy a DVD of the movie. You have it forever. So as many of you may understand, streaming services, you pay for them monthly or maybe even yearly, and you get their library of content, TV shows, movies, whatever, as long as you pay them. And what kind of sucks about that system is that they can add and remove content at any time. And it kind of doesn't make sense, right? That's like if someone walked into your house every month and took your favorite book off your bookshelf and then replaced it with a book you really don't want to read, and then you paid them to do that. It makes no sense. Really, I don't know why it took me so long to come back around to DVDs. I grew up watching movies on VHS, and then, most of my childhood was watching movies on DVD. And then once the streaming stuff came up, got rid of the DVD player, got rid of, that case of DVDs, because it was pushed that you didn't need them anymore. It just didn't, it was vintage now, vintage. But when you really sit down and think about it, the physical media, owning the DVD is just the better way to go about it. I know a lot of people see it now as like they're collecting DVDs, but I think it's beyond novelty. I think there's a pragmatic reason to own and buy DVDs and to watch movies that way, because they just look better. You own them, and they're yours forever. So I highly recommend. Maybe you don't totally switch off streaming. You don't cancel all your streaming subscriptions. I would just suggest go out, buy a $20 DVD player if you don't already have one, and then spend a few bucks buying DVDs for movies that you really love, that you want to have forever. I've owned a copy of Back to the Future, which is one of my favorite movies of all time, for years now. Even after we got rid of our DVD player, I couldn't quite bring myself to get rid of the Back to the Future DVDs. It's an experiential thing too. A lot of people don't like reading on their phone or their tablet or their Kindle. They prefer to have the physical paper book. And I understand that. The story is no different. The characters are all the same. The author's still the same. But it's an experiential thing that does change depending on how you consume the medium. And I think just a lot of people don't see DVDs the same way. It's, the movie's the movie. But really, the way you experience the movie does change from streaming to DVD.